Hello YouTube, Damon_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Paris 13 Atletico Save, where we look to do it better than PSG. And in today's episode of the Non-League The Legend, the French edition, we have got the Champions League round of 16. We could be drawn against one of the big teams and one of the favourites, or we could get FC Porto, which I would like. As you can see, the fans want us to get Real Madrid. I don't know why, because that would be pretty much us going out. We are going to get straight into the draw and see what we can do here. The seeded teams are Arsenal, Inter, Man United, Real Madrid, PSG, Bayern Munich, Milan, and Napoli. Straight away off the bat, I don't see Porto there. So how do they think we can get Porto? We can't get Porto. So how does it... Okay, our fans are done. Look, straight away off the bat, if we drew PSG, Bayern, Madrid, or probably Arsenal are out. Man United we somehow did beat, so if we got United there's some hope, but I still think we'd be out. I think if we want to get through, we need to face either Inter, who we are very level peel, or Napoli. Milan we might be able to have a go at. Let's see what happens here. And away we go. First of the hat is Porto. We can't get him, obviously. So here we go. I wish we'd do it. Marco Reus doing it. Love to see that. And Porto are going to get a Arsenal, which is good, because I didn't want Arsenal. Next out the hat will probably be us, let's be honest, because it's Paris 13 Atletico. There we go. Please, for the love of God, please be okay. Inter, okay, that's winnable. We have history against Inter. We have history against Inter. Stop the draw, I don't care. Done. Go. Finish. All right, we have history against Inter. That is a winnable tie. That is a winnable tie. We got FC Internazionale Milano, or Inter, in a big game. I think the last time we played Inter, we beat them. We played them at the start of this competition, did we not? Inter, we drew 1-1 away from home, and they scored in the 93rd minute. We were the better side. And I reckon the year before, we beat them at home, did we not? Inter, here. At home, we lost 2-0. Okay, never mind. Look, I think we can beat them. I think we could beat, especially after that 1-1 draw. So there we go. Look, that is not a bad tie. That's going to be your next game. We've got Strasbourg first, then we got Inter, then we got Lyon in the French Cup, which I'm telling you we are throwing. We're at home first. We can somehow take a lead to Italy. You never know what could happen. But Inter, round of 16. Let's see what we can do. Here we go. Leg number 1 of the round of 16. We've got Inter at home here in Paris. And we have had a bit of a slight little tinker to the 4-3-3. Melbourne has been outrageous this year in the league. 5 goals, 4 appearances, 7.46. A lot of that off the bench, changing games. I've started using him as an advanced playmaker and attack again in the middle of the park. And just have a look. Apart from the acceleration, every other stat's 15 plus. And the flair. But he is outrageous. Luis Fernando's been outrageous. I've played these two together in the last game gone, and the football was beautiful. I know it was Strasbourg who was 16th, but we went and we absolutely did that. Secondly, Pembele's come back in as well, and the reason for that is when I've played him as a fullback on attack, I know against lesser sides, he's been really good at getting high and wide and actually creating chances, scored a couple of assists. Only been doing that of late. That's looked good. And I know we're away. I know we're at home. I know it's Inter in the Champions League, and we maybe should be a little bit more defensively minded. I actually decided in this game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 2 advanced playmakers, and I'm going to go for the jugular, and I'm going to go Pembele as a bomber on right wing back, and just go, mate, just go. Because what you're doing in the league at the minute is exceptional. The only downside is Cicelo is out, so Mendy is going to be on the other side, which, Mendy's getting to a stage where he's probably getting a bit old, but, you can still do a job. Outside of that, though, the rest of the team's pretty well settled. And Jurgen Klopp came and watched Moukoko, who he's interested in. Moukoko in his first start since the injury that he's had did score. So he's got 21 and 19. It's not too bad at all. We are going to go for it. Ravello gets ahead of Canna only because we know that this guy's experienced enough and is very good. And if we go ahead, there I can take Ravella and move him into a more defensively midfield role, like the centre mid on support or something. And then we can, go and play... kind of back a line. Important to know, if I wanted to, this guy, Luis Fernando, is outrageous. He's having a fantastic year, 7.28, started to get goals into his team now. Next year, he's only going to be even better. We could play him as a more defensively minded midfielder because he's got 11 tackling. I'm not quietly confident that we win here, but I'm quietly confident we can give him a game. And that's probably all that's important here. They're going to be a very good side, but it's a side we know. We know Millier is fantastic. We've seen Scotter before in a thing. This is a very similar side. We know Skriniar at 37 is just outrageous at keeping his physicals. He does that every year in FM. Mokoku needs to get at him. Bastone, another one, a bit more experienced, but still outrageous. Arthur as well at 31, still very good at what he does. They got Matt, the other Australian, Ryan Richardson, who we played last time, and Matt. They're two of the best Australian, regions that I've seen come out in most FMs. Nicolo Barella's another one, 35, still very good at what he does. They've got Ruben Reyes, who's a 22-year-old, with Sancho at 31, with Martinez at 34. So they're a very old and experienced side. Marco's another one there, who's very experienced. Pabega, Denzel Dumfries. They've got a very good side, but they're at the end of their expectancy. We lost to them. We drew to them. Those are our last two games. We lost to them, but with a much different team. We drew to them last year, and we conceded in the 93rd minute in a game that we were arguably the better side in. I think there is a world where we beat them today. Not saying that it's a guarantee, and I'm not saying that it's whatever, but I think there's a world where we beat them. If you are enjoying the save and you are enjoying the content, give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel, and as always, we are live on Twitch at the minute, so come follow the links down below. Boys, give me a prediction. Do we do it? Don't we? Let me know. It's a good side. It's very experienced with some sprinkles of some younger players, right? Think they have to have a touch of a younger squad, and Inter are about to go through a transitional phase. Hopefully we can send them out in this phase. Anyway, Barella backstick, cleared away, but only as far as Sancho. I am going to rotate the camera here quickly. Sancho, Scotter. Mokoku, I thought was going to get on that, didn't. We win that with Mendy. Now, Mendy hasn't got much on, but if he keeps it here, they've got a very high line and we could maybe get over the top. Pembeles is fullback on attack, loves getting a bit more forward. He takes his man on down the line and wins. Here he goes. Got Bakayoko now. Needs some help. Look for Mokoku, of all people. That wasn't on that ball. Inguez, though. Melbolide ain't going to win that one. Sancho now. Reyes. Scotter. Still going is Scotter. Cuts one. Headed away. Mendy needs to win. Doesn't. Headed to Martinez. Headed to goal. Of course it is. 1-0. You never see that in real life, but there you go. Would have much rather them see him score from the cross. Instead, it's a header away, that a header back into the box, that then there's a flick on header with no speed that beats a world-class keeper. Sure. You never, ever see that, ever. But sure enough. 1-0. There we go. We've not been fantastic, so there we go, but it's been okay. About 10 minutes played. Hopefully we can find something here. If we go 2-0 down, it's game over. Scotter now. Gets across. Latura Martinez. Need a tackle. We don't get that. Reyes. Maxine stands him up. There's no way we should be dominated at home after what we did to Newcastle. Reyes again. Cuts it. That's 2-0. Game over. We lose. We've already done. We're done. 2-0. 12 minutes in, we've conceded 2 goals, and this tie is over. Wowzers. Makes no sense. Makes no sense, this game. Free kick, bit too far out for Bakayoko. We've seen him score, but this won't go in. 14 minutes played. We're a real kick in the teeth. This is a very winnable game. They've had 2 shots on target for 2 goals. That must be nice. Must be nice. An aging Intersider can come and blow you out the water like this, sure. Got nothing happening in the middle of the park. Went too aggressive. Barella's should have spanked that. Sancho scored that, I would have been livid. Four, 2, 3, 1, very early doors. Try and see if there's a change here. Need a goal. Need something. We're out again. This is so annoying to get to this stage every time we just get beat. So annoying every time. Need some moments of magic. Don't see them coming. Makoku's done nothing since coming back from injury. Finally scored at least, but that's that. Pimbele has to go over the top here. Look at Bakayoko, man. Oh my word. Simple ball down the line, you're out. Mendy now. Chevalera can turn. Turns the wrong way. Let's turn into where there's three guys, not turn out the other side so I can go down the line. Nah. Wins the ball back at least. Oh my word. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm done with this fucking game. Done with this fucking game. Three 0 down to Inter, and should never, ever, ever be 3-0 down here. I was confident of us giving them a game. Is this the end of the save? It might be, because I can't be fucked with this. FM just makes no sense. We've improved the squad so much since we last played them. We drew 1-1 away in Italy and should have won the game. And then, yeah, apparently we're not good enough to even give them a game at home. Every little flick on header falls to him. Every flick on header. I've never seen a side flick on so many headers in my life. Let's get on with it. Nine shots 3 to 9 shots 5. We've had similar amount of possession, and apparently we're 3-0 down. Should be 4-0 there. Fucking another bad touch in the middle of the park. FM's just decided that with everything going on that, we lose here. FM's just literally decided that this is a loss. And Koku scored out of nothing. FM's just decided, they're a much more reputable side. You know? So they've got to win. Makes no sense, man. We concede it's game over, but we have to go for a goal here. Everything falls to him. Everything falls to him. Everything falls to him. That's going to fall to him again. Makoku's gone and pressed and won the ball. But yeah, let's make it fall back to him. What's new? Be nice to see us win a tackle and the ball actually land, we keep possession after the tackle. There's the goal that kills the game. You'd say we have to score from kickoff to have any hope, right? We need this game to end 4-3. Good finish from Makoku. We score from kickoff 4-2. Yet again, even game. One time. Oh, Melier, good save. What's new? What's new? Melier making good saves on Football Manager. We're gonna have one chance where we could have scored, right? And they're gonna win the ball back and they score, right? Salama. Honeyman. Demaril. Look at the left-hand side. Ian Karte. Maxime you know, you're one of the most paciest players in world football. But yeah, no, don't make my run down the line there to pick the ball up. Inguez, Cunner, Inguez, great ball out to Bakayoko. Needs help. Luis Fernando of all people. 4-3. Put it back to positive, only because it finishes 4-3. We're in with a shot still. What a crazy tie. Luis Fernando burst through Melier and in. 4-3. If it stays like this, we still got a shot. It's a highlight. Look, I'd rather see a highlight to be fair, because if we can somehow win the ball and score and make it 4-4, huge. Force them long, that's fine. We can win that. Well done, Demirel. Canna needs a ball. Needs to find a good ball. Bakayoko gets there. Oh, Melier makes a massive save. What is new? This guy's so broken on FM. If they score now, Karte gets a tackle across. He looked offside. Apparently wasn't. Can we win that, please? No, we don't. We had the chance for 4-4. Melier saves. Look, all I'm going to say about that game is we should be out of the Champions League because FM decided that we should be out of the Champions League, and somehow our boys have fought enough to keep this tie in the balance. Yes, we are behind. Yes, we have not beaten Inter. I still believe there is a world where we do beat Inter. But there we go. That was that. Look, at 3-0 and 4-1 down, I thought we're out. So to finish 4-3, if we can beat Inter, at a minimum, we're going to have at least extra time if we win the game by a goal. I am going to throw this semi-final in the cup. But there we are. Similar amount of chances, similar amount of XG into a 4-1 up at the stage. We're lucky we scored out with our last couple of chances. We should have scored to make it 4-4. I just wish it was a level playing field when it comes to finishing and, you know, the highlights that you see. You know, in world football, where does it go header, goal with another header? Never. With world-class players at the back. But there we go. Anyhow, see you guys in a second for the second leg against Inter. Here we are. Inter in Italy. We're yet to beat them in 3 meetings. We've been good in the last 2. Obviously very unlucky to lose to Inter in Italy last year when we conceded a 90th minute in a game that we were the better side. And yeah, I think FM pretty much decided the last game we played that we were going to get beat, but we did well to keep it alive in terms of our hopes. In terms of the team here, I'm going to go in a Karte at the back. Main reason being, I think he's pretty good. He's wanted at the minute there by Copenhagen, which if they offered me about 2 mil, I'd probably have to take it after we bought him on a free. Diallo's out suspended. Dossu not fit enough for the bench. We'll put him there just in case. But the team itself picks itself. Going back to the traditional, Ravella back as a centre mid on support. Canna back in with Fernando. Use Melbourne off the bench as a bit of an option to change the game. Inguez back to right back as well. Cicello back in the team, which helps us defensively. Do think we conceded 4 goals mainly because Mendy was out the back and he's kind of over it now, over the hill. But with that being said, we're going to see what we can do. If we get the first goal, we're going to be in this tie, right? We can't afford to concede first. We have to score first. Melier, Scotta, Skriniar, Federico's come in. That is really good for us because we can pin ourselves on Diamarco. That's really good. Bastone's gone in the middle of the park, which means they've gone slightly more defensive because Matt's in there. Abad's come in on the right, who's still very good with Sancho. And Ruben Reyes has gone up top instead of Martinez, which is interesting. He might have picked up a knock. Tammy Abraham wasn't on the bench last time, but there's Tammy. There we are. Denzel Dumfries doesn't get a start there. Alberto Herrera is a right back that probably is not great, but could play. Look, think it's not a bad thing that Inter have tried to go more defensive, move Bastoni into the middle, Matt further aligned Diamarco, which means they're going to sit up in a more defensively minded 4-3-3 shape. I think then with the lack of speed with Skriniar and Diamarco, Mokoku can run rings if he gets going. Straight away, ball over to Bakayoko, and we've tried to pick out Mokoku early, which is not the worst thing to test that. Would have rather see Bakayoko try to take a touch and bring it down, but it is what it is. Anyway, conceding early would not be great. Sancho picks one up to Bastone. Goes on a run. Cicello should win that. Thumps it for whatever reason. Luis Fernando ain't going to get close to that. Don't know why Ravella didn't want that ball, but Chivalera gets on it. Makoku wants it, and this is what we wanted. With the speed over the top, Makoku's in, we're 1-0 up inside a minute. That is what we thought of when we saw Dimarco and Skriniar, is that Makoku, back fit, shaken off the injury, purposely, by the way, we lost 4-3 in the Cup semi-final. We threw the game, right? We played a fully rotated side. We led 2-1 at one stage, but Lyon did beat us. It was because I wanted Makoku and the boys fully fit for this one. We've won the Cup 3 years in a row. I don't need to win the French Cup again. But we're 1-0 up, 4-4 in aggregate. First thing we've done is got the ball, gone over the top and scored. Great. Matt now, Dimarco, Bastone, Skriniar, Barella. That's a great ball. Need a big save here, Kim. Good boy. Big save from Kim. Comes out, narrows the angle. World-class save from what is a world-class keeper. Bit too easy for them there, but that's okay. Dimarco whips one, cleared away. Cicello's got to go and press that. And, well, he got there first because Dimarco didn't have the speed to even bother. Good start. We've had more of the ball here too. Very similar to what we did to Inter last time. We didn't score early in that game, but we were the better team in lots of patches when we played them in Italy last time. Long throw. Somehow they're on that. That's a ball and a half. In the end, Ingles tracked the run, got something on it, and in the end gave Kim enough time to make sure he could collect. Good defensive work there from Ingles, which is what you come to expect from a world-class centre-back that is a right-back as well. 35 minutes played, we lead 1-0 as things stand. As things stand, going to extra time. Right on half time, is there a highlight? There isn't. Okay, 45 minutes away from at least an extra bit of half an hour at the end of 90 if it stays as it is. Time's going to tick. 61 minutes played, 62. Here's a highlight. Meslier, Skriniar, Bastone. So they've made a change and have dropped off Dimarco. That's a great ball to Tammy Abraham, who's good. Cicello wins. Luis Fernando. Cana now. Big ball out there, the Bakayoko. We'll see what change they made there. They've gone with someone in the middle of the park that I don't know the name of. Backstick, Maxine, Meslier, good save. Could you imagine if that flew in? Highlight's still going to go here. So they go out to Bastone. Big switch out to Skriniar. Meslier, Scotta. That's actually very well played out by them. Terry Abraham holds it up. Scotta. Maxine tracks his run, but Scotta gets away from him. He's very quick, he's Scotta. Even Maxine can't do much. Clears it only as far to the new centre defensive midfielder. Sancho hits one, hits the post and wide. Right, let's have a look who came on. So Dimarco came off and they brought in this guy here, the Swiss international. Very good midfielder to be bringing on. Okay, that makes them a lot better. Sancho, Barella, ball in. Tammy's a big boy, heads and heads wide. Need to deal with this here. Don't think we need to make a change. Just need to deal with it. I'd rather have the changes late doors. Max seemed pretty dead, but I don't really have anyone I really want to bring out there. Same with Fernando. Would rather him stay out there too. Maybe Melbalai. Herrera. Pretty quick right back. Grills around. Great save from Kim. Inter starting to dominate us. Melbalai's having an outrage here. Got to do that. Maxine's got to come off here. Dosu's not ready. Bessett could go out there. I'm going to give Magnus the game. Inside forward on attack, Magnus. I know he prefers the other side, but he's dual-footed, so he can do both. Out he goes, does Finnison in the Champions League. My other change is going to be brave as well. Salama for Kana. Main reason, Salama from outside the area knows how to hit him. 93rd minute. This is about when Inter scored last time. Salama, Inakate, Tosin, Kim, goes long in the end. That's going to be them getting the ball back here. Scotta heads to Bastone. Big ball. Matt's going to pick that one up. Stand him up. Does Ingles. Herrera going on a run. Tammy's there. That's a goal. It's game over. We've conceded in the 91st minute again to Inter. 2 minutes away from extra time. 2 minutes away from extra time, and we concede yet again to Inter in the 91st minute. At least it was a mistake from Mendy and then the keeper spilled it into his own net. At least it was just Tammy Abraham at the back stick. Barring any danger of a highlight, which there isn't, we're out. There we go, out of the Champions League to Inter. Inter, we draw yet again in Italy to them. Another 91st minute goal, exactly the same as last year, where we've played well but haven't got it. To be fair to Inter, they deserved a goal there. Last time out, we didn't. This time they did. There we go. In terms of the season, we're out of the French Cup, we're out of the Champions League. We're 4 points back from PSG with a game in hand, which means it's out of our hands there too. So there is a very big likelihood that we are going to cop it. And cop it, well, not win anything. So, yeah. Look, it is what it is. Money-wise, we're in trouble. I honestly think we're nearly at the stage where I've taken Paris 13 Atletico as far as we have, unless we sell some big boys. So, I think it might get to the stage, if we don't beat PSG this season, we might look to sell Bakayoko for 90, Makoko for 150, get a lot of money into the club, and then look to go and sign people at the back. But look, in terms of that, that's going to be the end of the episode. Thank you for checking it out yet again. Another disappointing result. Really thought we were going to hang on there to at least get to a shootout. Yet again, it's another one of those highlights where we should play out a bit better from the back, but you concede, and it's yet again exactly the same from Inter. Like, we go back to that 1-1 draw against Inter, wherever it is. Which was this year. It was a 91st minute goal. 92nd, there you are. With a Mendy mistake. There we go. Another one. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Thank you, and goodbye.